everyone, welcome to Jade Classes. I am Monideepa. Although I am your English educator, but today my explanation is going to benefit the students of class 10 ICSE. I'm starting with the explanation of the chapter Soil Resources from your geography book. So here we go. Let's start the chapter with the introduction of soil. That what is soil? Okay, so let us first come to know, okay, that what is soil, how is soil being formed, then what are the essential components of soil, how is soil important to us, okay, then what are the factors that affect the soil formation. So in this introductory part, we are going to cover all these topics. Okay. So first and the foremost thing. Okay, so when we are going to do the chapter soil resources, the first question is that what is soil? Okay, what is soil? Soil is a loose material that forms the upper layer of the earth's crust. Okay, so what is soil? So soil is a loose material that forms the upper layer of the earth's crust. Okay, it contains fine particles, so which do not have a definite composition. Okay, now what do you mean by these definite compositions? So it means that soil do not have a definite composition. Now what do we mean by definite composition? So definite composition means that soil is not a pure substance. Okay, it is a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so which is lacking in definite, means fixed chemical composition. Okay, so here we got the answer to our first question. Okay, that what is soil? So let's repeat it again, that a soil is a loose material that forms the upper layer of the earth's crust. Okay, and it contains finer particles which do not have a definite composition. Okay, now let's come to the second question, that how is soil formed? Okay, how is the soil formed? Soil is formed by the disintegration of the crustal rocks. Okay, disintegration of crustal rocks. Now what is this disintegration? Now what do you mean by disintegration? So disintegration means breaking down. Okay, so disintegration means breaking down of a crustal rocks. Now what do you mean by this crustal rock? So crustal rocks means it's a compound word, so which means crust plus rock. Okay, now what is this crust? Crust means the solid outermost rigid shell of the earth. So that is, we know that earth is having three layers. Okay, crust, mantle and core. Okay, so crust is the solid outermost rigid shell of the earth. Okay, and rock means, okay, and this crust is mainly composed of rocks. Okay, which is igneous rock, it may be metamorphic rocks, or it may be sedimentary rock. Okay, so disintegration of crustal rocks means breaking down, okay, of this igneous, metamorphic or sedimentary rock. Okay, so how is soil formed? Soil is formed by the disintegration of the crustal rocks. Got it? Now let's come to the third question. So what is the third question? The third question is that what are the essential constituents of soil. Means what is a soil made up of? Okay. Now the major constituents, or you can say the essential constituents of a soil are silica, then calcium carbonate, that is, we call it as chalk. Third is clay, okay, and the fourth is humus. Okay, so what are the essential constituents of soil? The essential constituents of soil are silica, calcium carbonate, clay, and humus. Okay, now what is this humus? Okay, so what is this humus? Humus is an essential element of soil. Okay, so what is it? So it is an organic component. Okay, so which is formed from the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay, so what is a humus? So humus is an essential element of soil, and it is an organic component, okay, so which is formed from the plant and animal remains. Okay, now humus is important. Why is humus important? Because humus adds fertility to the soil. Okay, or in short we can say that humus acts as a nutrient reservoir for the soil. Okay, so humus acts as a nutrient reservoir for the soil. Okay, now how? Okay, because humus releases nitrogen, okay, then phosphorus and sulfur. Clear? So humus releases nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. Okay, so hence humus present in soil improves soil structure. Okay, it improves water retention. Okay, and it also improves aeration. Okay, now this word aeration, so what we mean by it? So when I'm going to do with you black soil, okay, I will explain to you what is this aeration. Okay, so hence we have come to know what is humus. Okay, so humus is an essential element of soil. It is an organic compound which is formed from the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay, humus acts as a nutrient reservoir. Why? Because it releases nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. Okay, so which improves soil structure, okay, water retentive quality and also helps in aeration. Okay, so now next we go to know that what is the importance of soil. Okay, how is a soil important to us? Clear? Now soil is very important to us. How is soil important to us? First, okay, soil is the major source of plant growth. Okay, so plants cannot grow in absence of soil. Clear? So soil is the major source of plant growth. Clear? Second, okay, number two, second point. Soil sustains life as a source of food, either directly or indirectly. Clear? So soil sustains life as a source of food, okay, either directly or indirectly. Okay, now directly to we know, okay, because we are having mango, apple, rice, wheat, okay, so which we directly get from the soil. Clear? But how is it indirectly? Okay, now the thing is that the soil does not just grow crops for humans, but the soil is also supporting forages, okay, like grasses. Clear? And who consumes these grasses? Grasses are being consumed by cattle, okay, then sheep and goats, okay. And when you are having mutton, okay, the soil nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus, okay, so that supported the grass, okay, so they are being transformed into animal protein, clear, so which provides nutrients to us indirectly. Got it? Okay. Now, third point, soil helps in the percolation of water, which helps in underground recharge. Clear? How is soil important to us? Our third point is that the soil helps in the percolation of water, which helps in underground recharge. Okay. Now, what do you mean by this word percolation? Okay, so percolation means the movement of water through the soil itself. Clear? So percolation means the movement of water through the soil itself. Okay, so this water reaches, okay, under means reaches the groundwater, okay, so which is below the surface, okay. In simple words we can say that it enriches the aquifers. Is it clear? So this percolation enriches the not enriches means recharges, okay. So this percolation recharges the aquifer, okay. Now let's do the fourth point, okay, about the importance of soil. Okay. Now soil is our home, okay, to a numerous creatures like ants, okay, earthworms. Okay, we know that they all live in soil. Okay, so we have done 4 points, okay, about the importance of soil. So what is the importance of soil? It is a major source of plant growth. Second is it sustains life as a source of food, okay, either directly or indirectly. Third is that it helps in the percolation of water, which helps in underground recharge, okay, means underground water recharge, okay. And fourth is that it is a home to numerous creatures like ants and earthworms, okay. Now let's move to the next question. What is the next question? Our next question will be that what are the factors that affect the formation of soil? Okay, so what are the factors that affect the formation of soil? The first and the foremost factor is the type of parent rock. Is it clear? So the first and the foremost factor is the type of parent rock. Okay, or you also can say the type of bedrock. Okay, so parent rock or bedrock determines the soil nutrients, okay, then its composition, its texture, okay, its color, okay, it's everything is being determined by the, okay, parent rock. Am I clear? So you all know that we look, okay, more or less like our parents. Is it clear? Okay, so that means we are containing the gene of our parents. Okay, in the same way, okay, the soil that is formed, okay, also carries the gene of its parent rock. Okay, so it's the parent rock that determines the nutrients which will be present in the soil, how will be the texture of the soil, what will be the color of the soil. Everything is being determined by the parent rock. Clear? So the factor, okay, the first factor which is affecting soil formation is the type of parent rock or bedrock. Okay. Second is climatic factors like temperature and rainfall condition. Okay, now temperature and rainfall. Okay, these two are the most crucial factors that influence the speed of weathering. Clear? Okay. So temperature and rainfall are the two most crucial factors that influence the speed of weathering. Okay. High temperature along with a heavy rainfall. Okay. It means that the temperature is also high and the rainfall is also high. Okay. It accelerates chemical weathering, okay, as well as organic decomposition. Clear? So high temperature and high rainfall, okay, it accelerates chemical weathering and organic decomposition. On the other hand, okay, high temperature but low rainfall, okay, then it accelerates physical weathering. Okay, so clear? Now let's come to the third point. Okay, third point. Third point is the presence of living and non-living organisms in, okay, that is both plants and animals. This is also a factor which affects soil formation. Clear? Now plants and animals contribute to soil formation. How? Through biological weathering and humus production. Clear? So repeating it once again, plants and animals contribute to soil formation through biological weathering and humus production. Okay? How? Now let's explain how. Plants are using its roots. Okay, plants are using its roots to break rocks, okay, then add organic material, and also the roots of the plants prevents erosion. Clear? There. Okay, if we come to animals, then the burrowing animals, okay, burrowing animals like rabbits, okay, moles, okay, then meerkats, okay, and so on, along with them worms, okay, and microorganisms. Okay, what they are doing, so they mix the soil, okay, they create air channels, and they also help in decomposing the organic waste. Am I clear? So burrowing animals like rabbits, moles, okay, meerkats, okay, along with the worms and other microorganisms, they mix the soil, okay, they create air channels and they decompose organic waste. Clear? Now let's do the fourth factor. So which is the fourth factor, okay, that determines soil formation? The fourth factor is surface relief, or what we call it as topography. Okay, so topography and drainage. Okay, now how topography and drainage, okay, affects soil formation? So first we will do topography and then I'm explaining to you drainage. Topography, okay, it influences soil formation. Okay, how? Through slope steepness and also by the landscape position. Steep slopes, okay, those which are steep slopes. So steep slopes typically have shallow, okay, and less developed soil. Why? Okay, why they are having shallow and less developed soil? It is because of erosion. Okay, and steep slopes accelerates water runoff. Okay, because more the steeper it will be, more speedily the water will come down. Okay, so steep slopes accelerates water runoff. Okay, whereas low-lying valleys, okay, so valleys are having deeper and nutrient rich soils, okay, because valleys accumulate the soil, so which come down from the mountain sides. Okay, so that means, okay, valleys have deeper nutrient rich soil, so that have accumulated from the higher areas. Okay, so next, uh, let me explain you the drainage now. Okay, so surface relief, that is topography and drainage. Now how drainage, what do you mean by drainage? Okay, now soil drainage means the movement of water through the soil profile. Clear? So what do you mean by soil drainage? Soil drainage means the movement of water through the soil profile. Clear? So good drainage, okay, good drainage facilitates oxidation. Clear? So good drainage facilitates oxidation, leading to well developed soil horizon. So which leads to well developed soil horizon. Clear? Whereas if the drainage is poor, okay, so poor drainage, it leads to water logging. Okay, so when there is water logging, what happens? It restricts oxygen. Okay, hence, okay, when the oxygen is restricted, so oxidation will be reduced. Clear? So poorly drained soils, okay, you will see that they exhibit a grayish blue green colors. Okay, why? Okay, because of reduced iron. Clear? So we have done 4 factors that affects soil formation. Number 1 is a parent rock or bedrock. Number 2 is climatic feature like temperature and rainfall. Third is the presence of living and non-living organisms. Okay, that is both the plants and animals. And fourth, we have done, okay, surface relief or okay, surface relief, that means topography and drainage. Okay, so we have learned that how or what are the factors that affect soil formation. Okay, now let us explain that what we mean by pedogenesis. Okay, soil profile is not there in your syllabus. Okay, so let's try to learn what we mean by pedogenesis. What does that term mean? Pedogenesis means the process of soil formation. Clear? So the process of a soil formation is called pedogenesis. Okay. And what are the major types of a soil found in India? Okay, the major types of soil which are found in India are alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, and laterite soil. Okay, these are the 4 major types of soil found in India. Okay, alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, and laterite soil. Okay, so up to here, okay, so today means I mean that we have completed the introduction part of, okay, your chapter soil resources. Clear? So here we have completed the introduction part. Follow Jade classes for the explanation of the rest of the chapter. Okay, because if I go to explain you the whole thing in one video, then it will become too long a video and you'll get bored of, okay, watching this video. Clear? So the whole chapter will be part in parts. Okay, so today we have done only the introduction part. Okay, in my next video I will be explaining to you, okay, alluvial soil, then in the next one black soil. In that way, part by part, topic by topic, okay, I'm going to explain you the whole chapter. Okay, so follow Jade classes, and obviously, if you don't, and if you think that Jade classes is not helping you in any way, then don't subscribe. Okay, but if you feel okay that Jade classes is helping you, okay, in some way, okay, then don't forget to subscribe Jade classes. Thank you.